Steelers at Bears.
The up and down Steelers are going to lose. I'm going to take the Bears to win and cover -2.5. Listen, they've won 7 of their last 8 games. Number 2 rushing offense. They don't need big plays. Caleb does not throw a lot of picks. And at home, he's a better quarterback. At home, he's only taken 1 sack in the last 3 games, and his passer rating's mid-90s. He has been, like a lot of young quarterbacks, he's been better at home. The Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is banged up. They can't run the football. And right now, they've allowed 25-plus points in 3 of their 4 road games. So defenses, Cleveland's an example, Pittsburgh an example, tend to be better at home. I'm going to take the Bears to win and the Bears to cover 27-21.
So, I was looking up before. It's not confirmed that Aaron Rodgers is playing right now. So this becomes a tough game to kind of discuss, quite frankly, because it's like, I don't know, is Aaron playing? Is it Mason Rudolph? Like, what's the story here? I think I'm interested to see. There's been so many there's just been so many close games for the Chicago Bears. And a lot of those games were lost by the other team because of just very interesting play on the field, as well as very interesting coaching decisions, and the ability for the Bears to also navigate that, better than the other teams that they've faced. And that's now where you enter Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, if it is Aaron Rodgers, and if it is, obviously it's Mike Tomlin. And so going up against a team like the Bears, if it is a close game, it's like, this is where Mike Tomlin is supposed to earn his keep, right? And same thing with Aaron Rodgers. And this is why it's so tough. Like, I was almost tempted just to skip this, because I'm just like, I don't know if it's Aaron. I don't want to have a whole conversation about this game about Aaron Rodgers and then it not be Aaron Rodgers. But let's say it is Aaron. It's like, this is what you're supposed to be able to do. That if this game is close, the defense elevates, the offense elevates, the coaching decisions elevate. And so, I'm so fascinated. The whole Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. It's like, dude, Aaron Rodgers is not 28 years old in his prime. He's not playing with the Green Bay Packers. Like, this is just a different beast entirely. The Chicago Bears team is a completely different team than Aaron faced for his entire career. So like that whole narrative that they're trying to force is like, I'm unmoved by it. I could care less by it. It means nothing to me. Greg Jennings was trying to talk that up a little bit on First Things First and why Aaron really wants to play because he owns the Bears and it's his ego and this, that. And I'm just like, it just means nothing to me. If this was the Green Bay Packers versus the Bears, then sure, I could see that. That's not the case. And Aaron he broke his wrist now. Like, that's just not the narrative for me. I'm looking at this strictly through the Pittsburgh Steelers lens. What can they do against this team? What can their defense do against this team? Can they make Caleb uncomfortable? Can they disrupt what Ben Johnson is looking to do offensively? And can the Steelers' offense show some sustainability, some consistency? This isn't exactly a high-powered Chicago Bears defense either. So that's what I'm really looking for as well. I mean, we saw offenses that were really disconnected and really struggling, whether it's the Raiders, whether it's the Vikings, like the Giants were, it's a weird one there with the Giants, but like we've seen a lot of teams have legitimate success against this I really kind of put out an accent there, the Chicago Bears. And so it's let's flip it to the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do Yin's got? Okay, speaking with the accents here. What do Yin's got? And it's just like, where are the Steelers going to start to solidify themselves of what their offense is, how they can reliably and consistently win games? Now, again, like I keep saying, the big question mark is it Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph? Mason Rudolph looked good. I mean, it was a limited sample size, backup quarterback sample size. We're seeing, backup quarterbacks have success all over the place right now. Pretty crazy. And so, whether it's Aaron or Mason Rudolph, if the Pittsburgh Steelers have actually a real chance at being a legitimate winning football team, winning the division, being a contender, making a legit playoff run, and not just kind of getting there and having a rough game, but then going home and saying, well, hey, we did win 10 games, or, that type of season. You make a stand here. You make a stand here against a team that has won, but has not been this juggernaut. And a lot of those wins could have been losses, legitimate losses. And so it's like, it's up to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the veteran team with a veteran coaching staff and the veteran quarterback, whether it's a backup or Aaron Rodgers, to show your worth, to prove that you can come away with wins in these situations. Because, like I always say, if you can't, well, then it's kind of like, then what can you do? How are you expecting to beat the Buffalo Bills? I know they lost recently. The Ravens, the Chiefs. I know they're not the hottest team right now either. But I would say the Colts. You showed that you could beat the Colts, but it's like, I'm excited to see what the Colts look like against the Kansas City Chiefs. How sustainable are they? So this game is a fascinating barometer game for me, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If the Pittsburgh Steelers drop this game, my expectations and my belief in them will definitely shrink a little bit. Now, again, to be fair, if Aaron is playing and he's noticeably not healthy, or Mason Rudolph's in there and he's just playing like an actual backup quarterback, and you're like, this is just not good football, that skirts that a lot of it. But if you're seemingly getting a healthy version of Aaron Rodgers, and there's no true changes in what he's looking to do offensively, or Mason Rudolph is playing pretty good, nothing crazy, nothing extreme, but nothing terrible either, where you're just like, Mason, what are you doing right now? It'll be a bit telling. It'll be a bit telling. So another great game that I'm really looking forward to right now. That I just think there's so many question marks about some of these games going on right now, and this being one of them, and just a lot of information to gain. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears? You can see total yards per game, rushing yards per game, yards per play, big plays. Like, it is night and day difference. But this is where this defense for the Steelers is supposed to elevate. This is where this offense is supposed to elevate. So these are the moments. These are the moments where you elevate. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of, and I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.